Today I'll be making a nice warm house tune, inspired a little bit by Disclosure. Gonna be using some nice sturdy drums and some warm synths, but let's get into the production. Let's set up a kick pattern as the first thing. We'll just do 4 on the floor like that. Let's search for like a 909 kick. Put a little decapitator on that. A transient control to boost the attack. A little G clip to hard clip the kick. Let's move on to some other drums. Shorten that up. You know what? I actually have a plugin that I downloaded a long time ago. It's called Synth. I never use this. It's like a free one, I think. And it's literally just a sampler. The only thing that's in it is this 808 kit, but it's got some cool little 808 sounds. The maracas sounds pretty cool. I'll just use that as a hi-hat layer as well. Let's add a little cymbal. That is way too long. Let's make it a little bit shorter in here. It's a pretty cool groove. Let's try layering a clave on top of the tom. Rim shots, what about? I've just tuned the mid conga, as you can see, 1 semitone down, and the high tom a semitone up. Alright, this is a cool loop so far. We just gotta actually make it sound good. Let's group these and slap a compressor on them to really make them sound tight. And I'll use this preset for the new Compressor Plus plugin in Bitwig that's with the new update. And there's this preset called Solid State Glue, which is like a glue compressor. Let's also slap a sculpt on that, boost the lows a bit, and I need to process these Synth drums too. Low-cut EQ, then a transient control. Then this preset chain in Bitwig called Broken Tape, which gives it a little bit of crunch. It's time for synth, and I'll make like a warm pad sound. Disclosure have this really cool track called Purify off their Alchemy album, and I like the synth that they use in that, even though it's not a house tune, so I'll do something similar. Let's go with a saw wave, and let's enable a little bit of detune, and then I'll make a progression, and then I'll sound design a bit more. Let's turn up the cutoff modulation coming from the filter envelope here, and turn down the cutoff as well. Let's turn down the sustain. Let's add a random modulator and map that to some different things. And let's map it to the cutoff so the cutoff opens randomly, and as well as the decay and the sustain as well. To make this really nice and warm, I'm actually going to pitch it down half a semitone. This just puts it out of standard tuning and makes it really nice and warm. Added this convolution reverb, giving these nice textures, a compressor, a phaser, and again this broken tape texture. And just making it wide with a shred spread. Group it and sidechain it. Get this polymer bass in, which sounds like this. It's just a simple saw wave with a low cutoff and then a nice cutoff modulation amount coming from the filter. Let's just copy over the chord and then delete the top notes. Capitator on the bass, compressor, and Sculpt, which is a new plugin in Bitwig that does the same thing that I used to use Bark of Dog for. It makes a low end warmer with some saturation and some harmonics, so it's not just a regular EQ. Let's get an atmosphere in. I'll use that. If you want to grab this atmosphere pack for your own productions, you can check it out in the description. I like this kind of ambience, so let's put it in. Let's add a nice rhythmic pluck in the second half here. Add a chorus to it, add a tilt, another new plugin in Bitwig to brighten the sound. Granulator, a stock Bitwig preset for this granular effect. Has this funny harmonic sound because the grains are both an octave above, below, and the fifth below it as well, as you can see here in the -7. We got another granular preset. This time is actually just a normal delay, but on the feedback effect, so only the feedback we're hearing, has this crazy grid patch which adds a granular sound. As you can see, this is a really weird grid preset. I haven't actually made it myself, it's just a preset in Bitwig. I'm still trying to learn the grid. I really don't know what's going on in most of it, so with the grid, I usually just stick to presets. But I am trying to learn it. I've been using Bitwig for like 4 years and I've never delved into the grid at all. Cut out the things before the drop, and then I need a closed hat as well. The open hat is too washy. Honestly, I'm going to switch out that 909 kick for something that I've made myself. I don't want a kick as well that's got some noise, which I'll just layer the top part of the kick with. I think I'm going to add some cool convolution reverb only in the break, so it sounds like they're in a room. Just adding a little bass as well. you enjoyed this, guys, and I hope you learned something as well. If you're interested in any production resources at all, I have a ton linked in the description if you want to check it out. Both samples, presets, dedicated help, all that kind of stuff. But let's play this through and wrap up the video.